Hey to anyone who joins the stream. I'm just setting a bunch of stuff up. Alright, now we can officially start. Get the winner there. Now we can officially start this Saturday's stream. Now just to wait and see who's going to join. Hopefully a good amount of people considering them playing Minecraft this time. What the frick was that sound? That! Freaking stupid sheep. The game's shown on my Discord, which is streaming right now. And the Discord is linked, my username, on my homepage on my YouTube. I don't have the proper setup like my friend does to be able to do that. I'd have to literally turn my phone around, and I'm not doing that anymore. I did that for years. The frick? Okay. I could go to the Nether or the End while I'm waiting for people. It depends if anyone even wants to get on Minecraft with me during the stream. But honestly, I kind of want to just stay in world and just wait for people, because it just makes more sense to do that. Should have made another world instead of staying on the world that I had, but Hey, I want people to see how awesome this world is and how destroyed it is. It's better that way. So I'll go through my get rid of some stupid stuff. The amount of people that I fought and destruction I did in this world is freaking insane. Yeah, we get it with the ching, ching, ching. Frick. The amount of chings I've heard is freaking unreal. Is that it? Ain't that? What's up, Zeke? I'm just waiting for some peeps. I'm actually playing Minecraft currently because TF Motion Freak and TF, and they both mentioned, hey, you should play and invite people and, you know, play with your subscribers. I'm like, you know, some people, whenever they're like really high up, I'm like, you know what? If people are down for it every now and again, and besides just talking and being on the stream, I'm down for it. We'll play Fortnite and Minecraft and other games like that with my subscribers. Because, especially if it's off Discord and YouTube, that'd be freaking awesome. Get to talk and play with freaking subs. I have several real life friends who I play with who know what I do on YouTube, and then King Devin I've played with on Fortnite, so yeah, I'm definitely down for it. Right now, I'm just on my world that I made a long time ago, and I'm pretty much just destroying stuff. Well, looking through my massive wrecked amount of stuff. Yeah, these monsters aren't even a challenge. I named all my weapons Death Sword, Death Bow, and Death Axe. I keep the whole death routine. It's very intended. Let you know what I'm all about. How do the creepers have more life in them than the zombies when their literal only intention is to blow up? That actually just gave me an idea. All y'all know about the Minecraft movie that's coming out, right? With Jack Black and Jason Momoa, and the fact that literally, what's his face? Jack Black, he literally looks like frickin', he looks nothing like Steve, and yet he is in the movie. t-shirt. It's like, hey, make him that I mean, but it just feels like you 300 million different people. And then they got Explorer and crap. I ain't gonna just go and kill the Ender Dragon. The amount of times in the 10 plus years that I've killed the Ender Dragon is insane. Both survival and creative. At this point, it's just dull. Now, if I had the updated version and there was a way to bring back the Ender Dragon in the real world, or make the Ender Dragon fight withers, I'd be down for that. But as far as I'm concerned, the only way to do that is per PC or glitches or, you know, mods. Unintended stuff. But on this version, since I don't have the actual... I had... When I first started playing Minecraft, I got the 360 version, and then I got the 1. And it's basically like an upgraded version of the 360 version, just for the 1. But I didn't actually buy the one that constantly updates. So that's like intended for my future. And it's only like, what, $20 freaking plus whatever the frick you want to buy, like DLC and special stuff. But I'm currently trying to save any money that I can, except for like really cool Fortnite stuff or like really cool figures, stuff like that, or special DLCs, because of trying to do stuff with my like freaking move. So, yeah, fighting the Ender Dragon at this point is just dull. The frick? Really? Really? And the blasted thing don't even work. Bruh. How are you gonna put 2 frickin' things that basically look like portals and then have nothing do anything with them? That's like stupid. So how are all y'all days going? I built a huge fire trap. It took me like 4 freaking ever to make. Will you Yeah, you're not laughing so much now, are you? Are you seriously down there hailing? Will you die already? Nice. This witch will not die. Finally. It's not like I hit her like freaking 300 times or anything. Just killed a bat. Maybe I should destroy stuff just to keep from getting bored. What the frick is this? It's like a little mini base or something? Something tells me that this was one of our bases from whenever we were fighting. Or maybe it's something that I did. I'll explain more whenever more people get in, if that even happens. Because I'm playing on a map that I've had for years now. And I've done so much with it at this point that there's almost literally nothing left of it. I reset the nether and the end to make them bigger, but besides that, for the past 10 years, I've exhausted everything that you could possibly do on Minecraft. I'd have to get the updated version just to keep playing the game. Now Fortnite takes up a lot of my time, along with other games I'm playing, like Dragon Ball and frickin' Walking Dead Destinies I played for a little bit. Well, we all know how that turned out. Because I played it here on the channel. Will you die? Yeah, I could shoot arrows too. Also, I really like the new mascot. I'm probably gonna try to draw it soon. What for? Just because you want to keep a little part of it for yourself? I mean, you're free to like download it as your own picture, just you'd honestly have to credit me for the AI and the fact that it's OMNI for my channel. That's his name. OMNI for the Omniverse of Nick, the channel mascot. And then I made one for TF Motion Freak. His name's Mechazor. It's a fan-made AI robot. And then I made one for my friend and our combined channel, the Omniversal Duo, which used to be the Epic Duo, then the Dynamic Duo, then the Red and Black Clan, and is literally had 15 names at this point. And I made one. That's pretty much it. Because my brother, who's been on this channel before, he was like, oh, this YouTuber Danny Moda, he's made a squirrel channel mascot. And I'm like, that got me thinking, maybe I should do something like that for my channel. And instead of having to think of and draw one, I just went to AI and literally was as specific as possible. And all of it, besides the name, is completely AI generated. Like, the name is the only thing that came from me. The entirety of the background, the hair color, and the face is all AI, not me. I just wanted an Omniverse level channel mascot. And I think that Omni, especially for a name, works wonderfully. Yeah, at this point, I'm just half tempted to just literally go either to the end or the nether, or literally just spend my time in the real world just blowing stuff up to keep from getting bored. But this world is, it literally is called Land of Death. Because I've played on this world with UGN Kaz, who's my best friend. I've played on it with my brother, and I played with one of my other friends. So this world has literally been through everything. There's literally it's a tutorial creative map that I literally made for conquering other landmarks and bases and freaking tree houses and nether used withers. I've literally destroyed pretty... This is, like... I've even created TNT, like, super flat worlds. So I've literally done everything. Like, super flat glass worlds, slime worlds, TNT, water, you name it. Mostly just because design is really cool. Kind of like fan art, basically. I wish I made that! I'm not that good when it comes to drawing. Drawing, that's my friend who's really good at that. But when it comes to thinking and really putting together like big thoughts, stories, ideas, that's me. But for drawing, nah, that's not me. I am really good at coloring, highlighting, and like, you know, small details like that. But if you really want to get something that I'm really good at, just watch any of my what if stories and I'll tell you all you need to know. Or, you know, just in general, know that I'm a big yapper. But anyone who's been around me more than a month should know that. And I figured getting on Minecraft, because TF and King Devin mentioned it, was a good change up, because I've been playing Sparking Zero, Fortnite, and what else? Sparking Zero, Fortnite, and stuff like that, and small Dragon Ball games on the Discord for pretty much the entirety of being on this channel, mainly Fortnite. So this was more or less a change up to maybe play with subscribers in the future and just to see future stuff that I can do for the channel. Even if I'm just on here for a bit by myself, I'm not going to be on Minecraft for a huge bit, especially if we don't get people to play. So like, if nobody shows up to play like by the hour mark or something like that, after I show the winner for this week's character figure vote, I'll just go to Fortnite and I'll just play that. Especially because Negan and Lucille just made it into Fortnite. Although it's comic Negan, not Jeffrey Dean Morgan. But hey, I don't care. Comic Negan still looks cool. And frankly, the fact that we get Negan and Lucille in Fortnite is awesome. I knew that they were going to put him in. I literally knew it. And then we're going to get Dragon Ball Daima skins. And those are the only things that are making me spend money on games for the moment. It's just cool Battle Pass stuff, small little stuff, and skins, you know? And then, of course, small things for myself in real life. But hey, mostly trying to conserve money. I have to leave early, sadly. I have to go somewhere with my dad. That's okay. It's perfectly fine. Just let me know if you're leaving by the hour mark, so I know whether or not you're going to see the winner. If you don't, you just see in the next vote and, you know, the updates and everything, more or less. But yeah, that's fine. Frankly, it's good to just have people in the stream, even if it's for a short amount of time. Try to soap later if possible, though. I might stay on for a tiny bit extra longer, since it took me a minute to set up the stream, because I also had to restart my laptop. I think I'm going to go to the Nether and the end first. Because honestly, at this point, I'm just getting a tiny bit bored. And I do not want to get bored. How is half of this stuff even here? Okay. Well, thanks for telling me. It's very quiet. That's because I mainly turned off the music for Minecraft, because it's kind of boring. It makes the game even more boring when you listen to the music. It's just like, oh, just get me out of here with that. Now I'm in the Nether. It's so easy to get lost in the Nether. That's what makes the Nether annoying, is because it's so easy to get lost. Yeah, I've been listening to... Oh! That reminds me. Since the Minecraft movie's coming out, I made a few... I think I actually forgot to do this, but I think I'm going to be making what ifs connecting Minecraft to the Sonic world, and then Minecraft to the Mario world. Because why not? They're making gaming movies. Why can't I make some crossovers? You know? Because they almost crossed over the Sonic and Mario movies in the Sonicverse. So that reminds me. If you guys want to make some Minecraft suggestions, like mainly from the movie, I guess, and then maybe make crossovers, because Minecraft alone, like the game, unless you talk about the characters crossing over, I doubt I'm going to be able to do too much, but hey, it would be really cool to see your guys' suggestions for like crossover stuff and just like small stuff, you know? So if you guys have any Minecraft crossover or like characters or movie suggestions, I'm down. And by the way, I dissed on Jack Black a little for Steve because I haven't seen the movie. I don't know if he's going to be good for the role of Steve because like he looks nothing like him. But I love him in a bunch of other stuff. He's been in Kung Fu Panda. He's been in a lot of stuff. I can't name all the stuff. Mainly Kung Fu Panda. But what I can say is that I hope that when I do watch it, he's like fit for the role of Steve. Like he doesn't turn my expectations even more down than they are. Because they're already down because I don't know if he's really going to fit the role, you know? But other people have said they like it, so I'm hoping that I do. I'm hoping. But I don't know. We gotta wait and see. Attack! Oh, frick. Broke my portal. Now this should make things a little interesting. Those groans, I'll tell you, I'm annoyed by them. This will at least make things a little interesting. I'm spawning like evokers and blazes. The evokers can actually hurt the withers, but not the blazes. All they do is shoot the fire and it'd be like, oh, what are you trying to tickle me? But they can distract the withers, though. The evokers don't attack unless they're attacked, so it does absolutely nothing. If anything, the withers instigate way more than all the base villains. but the blazes seem close. I love how I'm just standing here spectating all this. I want to see how this really goes down, because if anything, this is the most I'm going to get out of the nether, considering I reset the nether. If anything, I should have just left it how it was. And of course, a zombie pigman. He's just sitting there. Get the frick out of here, man. Ain't nobody frickin' talking to you. Ain't nobody even looking at you, man. Are you guys gonna defend yourselves or not? Ain't you peeps gonna defend yourselves? Frickin' weaklings, man. Are you guys gonna attack or not? Okay. Now he'll actually start fighting back a little. That's the best part of the wither right there. Right there. Right there is the best part of the wither. See, whenever the wither goes into half killing mode, like right at half of his health, and he goes ahead and does the whole, like, you know, eats through half of the world, and eats like through a huge section, that's whenever they're like the coolest. This wither just totally ate through my obsidian portal. You're lucky I know how to make these. Otherwise, you'd be leaving me stranded. Are you serious right now? You know, you're a jerk. Now I gotta remake it all over again. The things I put up with in life. Let me tell you what. Things I freaking put up with. And boom. There we go. All better. Well, they clearly do nothing. Witches don't do crap. At this point, blazes are like the only thing. See, here's the thing. Main point is the blazes might not hurt the withers. Is that a baby zombie pigman? Back on track. The blazes might not hurt the the withers, but they do serve a good enough purpose to distract them. And then we got this wither over here trying to freaking run away. The frick over here. And then there's this guy. See, the fire just goes right through them. I mean, you guys wouldn't be able to see unless you freaking went on the Discord. But you guys get what I mean. All y'all probably played Minecraft at one point. Maybe the two of you that are still here. Also, if you're near a bunch of houses and stuff, and the blazes are there, and the wither's eating through, and like blowing stuff up, that could actually destroy the entirety of the world, which is kind of partly what I did before, except that wasn't all them. It was mainly me. And I got these stupid freaking withers just eating through my thing and just not caring. Being freaking gay. Yeah. What are you doing? What, huh? Huh? What are you doing? Nothing. You ain't even doing nothing. Nothing. Yeah, now you're gonna be freaking doing the same thing that they're all doing. Nothing. Where's the thingy-majiggy? Blazes are probably like my favorite monsters, to be honest. Besides the withers. When I figured out you could resurrect the Ender Dragon, I was like hyped. But then I realized you couldn't do it in the real world, and then that hype just went away. I'm like, really? Well, there goes that freaking enjoyment. Lame. And Ender Dragon isn't even strong anymore. Like, if you heavily enchant your crap or you do this or the other thing, the Ender Dragon and Withers, that's why I said the game just grows dull. That's why I need to buy the updated version, so I actually don't think that way anymore. Then I won't need to think that way anymore. So yeah, if you guys have any Minecraft suggestions, crossover characters, maybe stuff from the movie that I haven't seen yet, I'll look into it eventually, because, store or just, clips on YouTube. Because Mario movie came out, like, even instantly, and it was, like, right after it came out, it was already on DVD at $1 General. So I actually got it, like, super early, Zombie Pigman, do you value your life? Then maybe you shouldn't be attacking me, huh? Stupid. You too. You're dumb. And you're dumb. Are you gonna do the thing? Are you gonna do the thing? Do the thing! Bruh. Are you not gonna do the thing with the thing? There you go. I like it especially when the withers eat through the world. That actually, like I said, that's probably the best part about the withers, is getting them down to 50% health. Because that's whenever they're actually the most, like, epic. And these stupid zombie pigmen who I don't care anything about. Alright, I'm out of the nether. I placed 5 withers, and that should be, like, cool enough for now. And then you got 5 sheep hanging here. Die. Die, die, die. Ain't nobody care about no goddamn sheep. God, if you guys, especially on the Discord or whatever, could see this world, or those of you who might join it in the future, since, you know, I pretty much have it now as just like a do anything you want world for the most part. So, like, whenever people do start joining, it's like, it's either going to become even more epic than it was before, or it's going to show how much brutal, destructive capabilities can be done on a simple block world. Freaking beacons everywhere, a lava tower. Let me tell you what. If there was a way to destroy a world, this world that I made would literally be the definition. And let me tell you what. The vast expanse of the world hasn't even been explored fully yet. So not even all of it has been destroyed. But, you know, the vast majority of it, like the main parts that matter, have been destroyed. And then I have to go to the end and see what the frick's going on there. And in a minute here, I'm going to show who won this week's character figure votes. Tell me that this fricking Ender Dragon... Yep, he's back. Of course! You know, maybe I shouldn't have reset the end. And do you know why? Because I literally, with Wither's help, Enderman's help, and all this, literally destroyed almost all of the end. But I wanted to reset both of them because I'm like, I want to see more of the Nether and End, so I could just keep destroying and it'd be bigger. But now I realize that I literally downed myself because now I have to destroy it all over again. So, you know, that's something. But at least I get to destroy it all over again. Although I don't think I'm going to go as deep into it as I did before. I'm not going to go that crazy. And it was mainly with Wither's help. You think your fireballs could stop me in creative mode there, buddy? Like I said, it's just boring. Unless you're in survival, which even that gets old. So apparently from the leaks and everything that I'm getting, the cast has been confirmed for Avengers Doomsday. And Secret Wars is supposed to be a reset, but it's going to be like a soft reset. So, like, even though I said after Secret Wars I'm never coming back to the MCU unless they show signs of the past or, you know, bring back some of the old story for just, like, small stuff, I think that I might just be sticking around. But I won't know until after 2027, whenever Secret Wars and Avengers Doomsday and all that stuff comes out. So, we'll see. I just don't know yet. I'll have to wait until that happens. Hey, King Devin! What is going on? Exactly the same! What do you mean reset the Nether in the end? This was a scam! Had all these withers, all this destruction, all this mayhem, and it literally looks exactly the same. It didn't... The only thing that it meant by reset is it was just going to take away all the damage. There's nothing new here, because it looks exactly the same. Okay, game, just lie to me, why don't you? Don't you just love it whenever games lie to you? They just spit in your face. You know? It's like, you know what? Screw it. Okay, so before I keep going with the stream, I'm going to do something real quick because I've finally gotten more hold on the whole doing the restream on the phone thing. This week's winner for character figure vote. Boom. This week's winner is Metal Sonic. And here's the picture. So now I don't have to move my camera anymore on my phone for the restream, because now you guys can get a first look-see at the picture. And I even made a what if. I'm going to be doing a what if about what if Metal Sonic fought Godzilla, because his Metal Overlord form is literally similar to Godzilla. And since I'm looking at MonsterVerse what ifs more and more, and I'm going to be looking into the full MonsterVerse in the future, that's also why I did this option. So here's the picture, which I'm going to be posting after the stream, along with the next vote, Patreon, Discord, all that fun stuff. And I'm currently streaming off the Discord also, because after you, King Devin, and TF mentioned that I should be doing, like, what's it called? The whole live thing and invite people onto the gaming and doing Minecraft and stuff like that. I'm currently on Minecraft right now, and I was about to get off because it didn't seem like anyone was going to play or anything like that, and it was just me. And this is just a setup, so it's not like I was full on expecting to be playing with other people. I was just more or less getting everything set up at the possibility of playing in the future. So I honestly think I'm going to go to Fortnite, especially considering the fact that Negan and Lucille are in freaking Fortnite. I forgot all these dumb villagers are in this place. And now all of you are going to bow to me and die. I literally named all my weapons on this world once again. My death sword, my death axe, and my death bow. There's a rhythm there. Why are you hearting whenever I'm... Oh my god! I forgot how much... I forgot literally how many villagers I spawned in this village. Or I mean at this castle. It used to be a village, but then I blew it the frick up, and my friend, felt a humongous upset like I said, if you're on Discord, then you could just see the screen in the game. I think I'm going to be going to Fortnite here momentarily, because I don't think I'm going to be able to have the patience to kill all these villagers, even with my enchanted weapons. I told everybody else this, King, since the Minecraft movie is out currently, and they even got it at McDonald's and everything, if you guys had any Minecraft movie suggestions, since I plan to collide Minecraft with the Sonic world and Mario world, if you guys had crossover ideas like that, or maybe ideas that would fit with the movie, but I don't think it's getting a sequel. I wouldn't know because I haven't seen the movie yet. The Mario movie came out on DVD instantly, and I was able to get it like a week or so after it was out at a Dollar General. So if you guys had any crossover ideas or anything related to the Minecraft movie or universe or characters I could use to fight each other or, you know, team up, I'd be down for that. And remember, after 2027, when we finish with Doctor Doom and everything, and if the MCU is getting a soft reboot and I am sticking around, then Doctor Doom what ifs are still like very, very, very much open. But afterwards, I can't say I'll be touching upon him even anymore because we'll have exhausted almost every option. And as for, yeah, like I said, if the MCU does a complete reset, I'm talking never goes back to the original MCU ever again. Like, the Toby and Andrew, full on and Avengers, and we know today the chronological order, but mainly the Toby Spider-Man movies mainly started. Saying is, if the MCU erases all of that, like I'm talking Secret Wars erases all of it, never to go back to those original characters, and it's a completely new world, and we never see any of this ever again, then I'm done with the MCU forever. Because it would feel like a great closure to the MCU and would have done it justice, rather than the DCU, where James Gunn literally kicked the story to the curb, especially considering the fact that the people who were in charge of the DCU before didn't even give any characters besides maybe Batman and Superman a chance to shine. So, honestly, it's just, it depends. It depends. We have till 2027 to figure out what they're going to do with the MCU. Oh my god. My friend is so like, he literally, my friend who played on this world with me, and that's why it's so freaking bloodily destroyed, he spawned several animals, and he had their name tags upside down, and if you name them Dinnerbone, it literally puts them upside down, and yet they're able to walk. And I thought I killed every one of them, but no. Front and center, there's 3 of them sitting right down in this cave. How are they walking upside down? That is literally beyond the levels of physics. Or the laws of physics. You get what I mean. See, Fortnite actually abides by the laws of physics because when you cut down trees, it actually cuts them down. Whereas Minecraft, tree, a cactus, or blow up something, it just sits in the middle of the air. It's like, okay, that makes sense. Because why not? And apparently everything in the game's made of clouds. But Minecraft I got into before Fortnite. So, you know, mainly because I wanted to blow stuff up. And that's what got me into Minecraft, mainly destruction and blowing stuff up. But then I had to step out of my comfort zone, literally, to learn how to do other things besides blow stuff up. And so I did. And then I exhausted all options for the past 10 years, and now I'm going to have to pretty soon here, when I actually have the money, time, and patience to buy the updated version to actually continue to like the game and not grow bored of it. And the movie should hopefully put me on that path too, just as long as it does everything right. The fact that Jason Momoa literally looks like Dora the Explorer, and they literally got Jack Black to play Steve. For one thing, he looks nothing like Steve. One thing, Steve does not have long hair. Two, he does not have a huge beard. He has a small mustache at least. And this is no disrespect to Jack Black, absolutely none. But Steve's not fat. And I love Jack Black in many things, like Kung Fu Panda and several small projects that he's in, but he literally, the only thing they made him look like Steve was give him a blue shirt and say, oh, here's Steve now, here's $5 million. But I'm still gonna watch it. I just think that they cast the wrong guy. You know? I'm gonna watch it just as long as it honors Minecraft's legacy and the small little funny designs don't impede on ruining the movie's experience. But from what people have been telling me, it's decent. Because a few people at my work are like, hey, I've seen the movie, and, you know, Minecraft's already out at McDonald's. So that's another thing. So it's like, people aren't, you know, negatively hating on it like they were in the trailers. So maybe it's good. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna get off Minecraft here and freaking play Fortnite. So, how are... I pretty much asked everyone how they're doing, so I'm gonna ask a new question. How are you guys liking the current stuff on the channel? Because I just finished up What If Merle Spared Gargiulio, both of those parts. And What If Frieza Turned Good, 2 parts of it are out right now. And the first and second part are honestly around the same level of reception, except the second part actually has a few more likes, which is interesting. I would think that that would get people to watch the first part more, but maybe, even though it's a really cool epic shot of Frieza and Goku, maybe the second part's picture just generated more attention. Which, if that's the case, then that's perfectly fine. Because when I made the story 3 years ago, I wasn't on the level of making custom pictures for my story. Or stories. So, honestly, that one, the What If Frieza Turned Good picture, was completely like, that was made right whenever I started, basically right to just make a picture, because I didn't want you guys to have what I did 3 years ago and just have a single picture of like Frieza or a good Frieza. You know, I wanted it to actually be, you know, I'm stretching the word good here, but I wanted it to be good. Now I'm like 10 skins away, because I always go from top to bottom with my Fortnite skins, and I'm 10 skins away or so from Negan. I really, 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 really want to play as Negan. So I kind of just want to do that. And you know why I knew that Negan was going to come into Fortnite? because the fact that they put Rick, Daryl, and Michonne, three of the basically not only the main characters, but literally three of the most popular people in the franchise, and the fact that Rick had a walker club that literally resembled a version of Lucille, and the fact that this very season started with a mythic kneecapper weapon meant that I started thinking more and more, they are teasing Negan and Lucille way too much. So I'm like, when it got revealed, I'm like, let's freaking go. And last time, I actually did good on Fortnite. I didn't get multiple wins, but I did get first win and game of the stream, which I have not had in a good long minute. I'm slowly but surely growing less and less rusty with Fortnite, because like I said, ever since the middle of chapter 5, getting into chapter 6, besides 2 wins one stream and then 2 wins another stream, I've just been really rusty. I love how Negan has a back bling that's literally just a walker in a backpack. Is this... No, that's just another bat. Where's Lucille? Speaking of Lucille, that's something I want to talk about real quick. Just give me 1 second. Where's Lucille? There you are. I don't even care if it doesn't look accurate to the show or anything, and this is just comic Negan. Literally, I don't care. Comic Negan still looks cool. I mean, I love the show. The comics could really... I could care less about them, but a few little bits and pieces I'm using for my stories, and I've referenced them multiple times, and some moments are really, really cool. I like them. Hey, they made Sophia live till the end, and that's more than the show ever did. Heck, Bosch is giving her, Madison Lentz, more of a role than The Walking Dead ever did. So honestly, I'm just glad that we have something, you know? As for Negan and Lucille, I'm so happy right now that I can even play with Negan and Lucille. And here's my question to you guys, or what I want to talk about real quick. So next month is Dead City Season 2. And if you guys have seen the trailers and stuff like that, then you know that Negan's basically getting his bat back. But, like I've talked about with you guys before, I'm seriously questioning it. Because, okay, we know that Negan lost his bat in Season 8. Almost got it burned by Jadis, as a matter of fact. And then wanted it back. He didn't get it. Then Season 10, he got a bat from Brandon, and then we never saw that bat again. We could only presume it was broke because a kid made it. Honestly, got it again. So, it was a crappy looking small reference as to who Negan used to be. And then Negan gets Lucille back at the very end, has a whole sad episode, here's Negan about it, breaks and burns the bat, and now he's getting Lucille back, and it looks almost exactly the same. Which makes me wonder, did the Dama make Lucille specifically for Negan to prepare for this moment? Or did the Croat lie and they literally found Lucille's, you know, whatever was left of Lucille in that fire pit and literally reforged Lucille from basically ashes and scraps? And we're just there the whole time, which would literally mean that the Croat and the Daima were spying on Negan and everybody else through the Reaper and Commonwealth saga. And I know that seems impossible, but like, that thing looks way too accurate to the Lucille bat that we know and love. And I have another two things that I want to point out about Dead City Season 2. Number one, apparently, according to the trailer, this Lucille is becoming a taser bat. I'm not even joking. If you've seen the trailer, Negan literally holds his bat out to one of the people in the Daima's main fortress or church or something like that. It's like the thing in John Wick 2 or whatever, that like ballet studio type thing, which I'm going to get to John Wick here in a minute. And it's like, it becomes a taser bat, which Lucille is already like, when I saw Lucille and Negan for the very first time before the lineup, right at that moment, I'm like, that is the coolest freaking weapon I've ever seen. And it still is. Because think about it for a second. For a bat, that's one thing. You could have a bat. Glenn had a bat. You could have a bat. And it's just like, okay, that's decent, but it's not going to do damage like a bullet, a chainsaw, a machete, or a hammer. But then you get barbed freaking wire, and it's a whole new ball game. And that just made me think, especially how Negan used it, what it went through, and it took over 3 seasons, even over that, because he had been with the Saviors for so long. We only just saw 3 seasons of it and small flashbacks. But to think that the developers, the people behind Negan, and Jeffrey Dean possibly himself, to create a weapon like that, it's literally, in my opinion, stands out in fiction as the coolest weapon ever created. And the fact that it's becoming a taser bat, oh, you just added like 15 levels of freaking epicness. Now, Lucille's reputation cannot be surpassed weapon-wise. And then we get the very end of the trailer with Maggie holding Lucille. And I don't know how to feel about that. Because the entire point of the end of The Walking Dead was for Maggie to say, I can't forgive you, but you've earned your place. And literally, everyone literally told Negan that he earned his place before Maggie even came back. She's the only one who's stuck at this point to not forgive or get over Glenn after 10 plus years, you know? And it's insane that she could hold a grudge for that long. I guarantee you that Glenn would have not held the grudge that Maggie has. And Maggie was killed instead of Glenn. I did show how angry Glenn could get and far more serious than Maggie. But I also showed that Glenn took up until season literally 6 to kill his first ever person. Maggie had already killed multiple people before that. So because of that, that's why I kept Negan alive. And that shows that Glenn, he was much, much, much softer than Maggie. And if you guys seen the show, you guys know that. So the fact that Maggie is holding Lucille means one of two things. It means The Walking Dead's ending was a lie. Dead City's setup was a lie. The ending of season 1 was a lie. And it literally means that Maggie might literally Glenn Negan, and we might actually see Negan die to the hands of Maggie and her finally get her revenge and everything. Or it might be Maggie finally letting go of that grudge. She might be thinking about it, but then it'll be like season 9 when she saw them all defenseless and sad and crying and wanting to die. And right at the end, when she told him that emotional speech about Glenn, which actually broke my freaking heart and made me really feel for Glenn's death. Like, that and Rosita's death and very small in-between stuff. It's like the only few times in The Walking Dead that I was actually, like, tearing up and crying. Especially Rosita's death, man. That still hits hard. But she didn't want to be, Christian Stratos didn't want to be part of the spin-off. So she's like, just kill me. But at least her legacy lives on with Eugene, naming the daughter of him and Max, you know, Rosie, which was really freaking sweet. My point is, that really hits home that Bat and Negan's reputation might really finally bring Maggie and Negan's story full circle. But Jeffrey Dean Morgan recently spoiled that Dead City is ending with season 3. Where we're seeing Maggie with Lucille means that if they got season 3, Negan might not die. And we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. I just figured that I would tell you guys about that. And this stuff's hitting home hard. Like, this is like Ones Who Live level tier. Daryl's spinoff is okay, but besides, you know, the variants and the fact that Daryl and Carol reunited and Isabel's death was really annoying, and that, you know, Carol finally had closure with Sophia, which was really freaking sweet. Daryl's spinoff's kind of eh. Season 3 should hopefully pick it up, like really. And I think it will finally hit home whether Daryl and Carol are in a relationship. Because if you're going to kill off Isabel, that has to mean something. Literally. They've killed off Beth. They've killed off Leah. They've killed off freaking Isabel. It's got to mean something, right? And then one more thing. If they also got a bear in the Dead City Season 2 trailer, which is awesome. And I actually think that I saved a what if the bear was Ezekiel's pet instead of the tiger. So I never thought we would see a bear in The Walking Dead. That actually, like, that hyped me up. And they're really actually doing really good. I didn't think Dead City was interesting at all, besides Maggie and Negan fighting, which was honestly kind of cool seeing them finally fight at the very end. But it's still annoying to how Maggie's holding the grudge. But I mean, I get it. It's just annoying because you think she would have finally let that go. But yeah, that's pretty much all I really need to talk about with that. Thoughts on all that stuff. Because honestly, I'm hyped for it, but I think that if they're ending it with season 3, it has to mean something. Like, in season 3 with Daryl, and the fact that they're teasing a season 4, like, what's going to happen to The Walking Dead after that? I haven't even played Fortnite yet because I'm too busy talking. And I think I'm honestly going to extend it past to like maybe 2 hours and 15 because I was setting up gaming stuff and I had to restart my computer. What if Frieza is turning out good? Ha! Turning out good, and what if Frieza turned good? I'll be straight back. You guys can say whatever you need to about what I just, you know, spat out for the past 10 minutes. I'm back. Alright, let's see how Negan swings Lucille. Okay, that's pretty slick. He actually swings it downwards. And then swings it up. For the strike, it's just like the upward strike is just how he would use to swing it like that. The downward strike is pretty much, it could have been like more downwards. It almost seems like curved. He never really hit it curved too many times. But hey, I'm not going to complain because the what's it called? The downward strike is at least decent enough to make sense. The fact that like early hate on for no reason. Think about it for a second. What Omniverse play every character into one. Literally makes a video game awesome. I think this Fortnite's one of the literal best games in humanity, and people hate on it. I'm literally playing as Negan and Lucille in freaking Fortnite. How can you hate on a game like this? I just don't understand. There's no reason to hate Fortnite. Absolutely none. Now, granted, I grant you that not all the time do they have good icon skins, and some seasons have really, 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 really crappy weapons and stuff. Some more than others. Not the only time I hate Fortnite is November 2024, when I said they had the whole Chapter 2 remix and all that, and they merged it into Battle Royale. That's the only time that I actually hated Fortnite. But other than that, it's an amazing game. So, like, what reason would you have to hate this game? Not a good one. Frick! Get over here! Frick! And I got killed by a scorpion skin, so that didn't even work. Yeah, you want to go ahead and run it. Well, you know, right? I was interested in what he get okay season. Yeah, they definitely. You guys are really gonna like the next vote. So Metal Sonic won this week's character figure vote, and like I said, the picture is there. And Wolverine got second place for the second time. You know what amazes me? So many of the characters in these figure character votes have gotten second place 2 to 3 times. And it seems like it happens a lot. And Wolverine is looking on a third place, or a second place 3 times, because of the 3 characters included in this vote with him. But I'm not going to reveal it because they're freaking cool. But I will reveal this, though, one of which I bought at Target recently. And it's from a recent Marvel movie. And I also bought a pink Godzilla RC, like, movement toy. And it's like a huge version of the pink Godzilla from the recent Godzilla and Kong movie, except there's a remote control that you can use to control him going forwards, left, and right. And then you can, there's a roar button, then there's a little top of him that when you put a tiny droplet of water inside, there's a power and roar button that makes him fire up the atomic breath, and it literally is like a mist that comes out of his mouth when he roars. And then there's a button right on top of one of his spikes near his head that just simple straight motion. The roar button doesn't work though, so if you want to actually hear him roar, you got to do like the power, like, and do that whole thing. And I only got it for $45. So that was a steal. You'd expect something like that, especially from a new movie, to cost at least $100. And I got it for $45. I call that a steal. Yeah, I just don't understand why people would hate Fortnite. There are plenty of other games that you could hate, but Fortnite, literally, besides small, little, tiny moments, I just don't understand how you could hate it. Okay, and yes, Minecraft does have skins from, like, real life and fiction too. Not too many real life, if I'm remembering right. And maybe that it does update constantly and show a bunch of stuff, but also doesn't obey the laws of physics, like I mentioned before, with like trees and stuff like that. And I don't see any of the Walking Dead or Dragon Ball or freaking huge amount of Marvel or DC, even though I know they have Marvel and DC. I'm just saying, Fortnite has fields where it has not the same. I got into it before Fortnite, mainly because it came out. But you guys get what I mean. Um, it's not that I, it's not that I like, it's not that I don't like Minecraft. It's just that it's not as good as Fortnite, which is why I play Fortnite way more than Minecraft. Bye bye. Yeah, the What If Frieza turned good. You guys are really going to like it as it moves along. And don't worry, Frieza's not going to be the whole, like, mercy thing for long and thinking about that. Actually, I stopped focusing on that a few parts in. And I'm not just making this a Frieza dedicated story. I'm making it dedicated towards his entire race. Because I feel like, especially with King Cold and Cooler, I feel like canonizing and actually doing more with them makes it worth the fact that I'm making a story about Frieza. And Frieza turning good's not the only story that I want to focus more on their family. This story, call it a setup for that. Like the Mars Gargiulio one and the Dwayne Morgan Shot Jenny one. Stepping stones. You know? I just want to even want to hold my other weapons. I just want to keep holding Lucille because I'm not focused on Lucille. I mean, how could you not be? I'm watching a lot of scary stories recently, and like I said, touching upon like more MonsterVerse stuff. I'm gonna be looking into Soul MonsterVerse stuff after Bosch. I think maybe. I don't know what I'm gonna look into after Bosch when I'm done with that, because apparently season 3's Bosch Legacy is gonna be like the ending for Bosch Legacy. And then they're making a spin-off to Bosch Legacy called like Ballard? Question mark? I'd have to look again and see the name. But all I know is that they're not going to be focusing on the Bosch. I think they're going to be done with the Bosch universe here pretty soon. So I might look into MonsterVerse next, since I'm already looking into what ifs on them. And I've already gotten multiple Godzilla and Kong what ifs saved on them. So looking into the MonsterVerse next would honestly be the best course of action. I put what if the MonsterVerse and Transformers were in the same universe, and also a few other things. I just ran this guy over one shot and he's dead. Shameful. And in a few weeks here, about 2 weeks, it's WrestleMania season for the WWE. So that'll give me even more what ifs and a huge bunch of productivity. Now I'm out of fuel. Which means this thing's useless. Bye-bye! You really thought you were going to beat me. You really, really thought that you were going to beat me when I already had you that freaking hurt. Well, you're an idiot. This dude really just did this. And now there's another dude. Freaking perfect. Freaking perfect. Get over here. I just got a double kill. That's what happens when you think you're better than me, man. Don't ever think you're better than me. It will never work out in your favor, man. Whew. Also, The fact that they put Scorpion and they put Mortal Kombat in the game is freaking amazing. Oh, speaking of, when I shouted out your channel, King Devin, I re-looked at your Mortal Kombat Omni-Man thing, and since you recommended stuff about Omni-Man and Invincible and stuff like that, I just want to say again that if you have any Omni-Man stuff along with the Minecraft stuff that I just mentioned, if you have any Omni-Man stuff that you want to recommend, I'm more than willing to do that also. So that and whatever Minecraft crossover, movie, characters, stuff like that, that's just another available option for you and anybody else here. Omni-Man. Just not Invincible because I'm not into the show, but Omni-Man, yeah, I'll do him. Because I know at least a good deal about him, so I could do that. Ah, jeez. Hopefully I can win at least one game with Negan. Honestly, after this game, I might just think of quitting. I know I said I was going to extend it, but that was more or less a maybe. So I'd only be really playing 2 games. But we'll see. I don't know yet. If I get like close to winning and lose, then maybe I'll just play another game. See how my luck turns, try enough hard, and just call that my game. I mean, I am near the top 10, so honestly, I'm doing pretty good. I just lost last game to Scorpion right at the beginning. I mean, hey, Negan versus Scorpion. Scorpion's got that one hands down. I mean, that should be obvious, especially people who know Mortal Kombat and stuff like that. That's an obvious pick from the moment that you think about it. Like, anybody should know that Negan would literally have no chance. The most you're going to do is hit Scorpion with the bat. But, like I talked about with my whole wanting to do Scorpion fighting Wolverine, you should know that even a barbed wire bat's not going to kill both of them. Or even last damage for more than like 0.2 seconds before they regenerate. So, yeah. More or less, you're just prolonging the inevitable. Get over here! I didn't know you could spit fire! Scorpion Mythic's actually better than I thought, besides the spear. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Don't my tires just go flat? No? I don't think a tire went flat. You know what, screw it. I'm just going after the frickin' I'm going right to the area I shouldn't be going to. Well, then I'm just going to the zone. Auto zone. Come on, I can win one game as Negan. You gotta at least give me one game with Negan this stream. How am I back at this motherfucking gas station? Great, I'm the top 5. But is that necessarily a good thing? Okay, top 4. Okay, all right. But is that necessarily a good thing? I so badly just want to have the kneecapper so I can actually be Negan with a bat and not just a pickaxe. Imagine if your pickaxes could do more damage and it wasn't just, like, creative that had that ability. Ah, jeez. Jesus Christ. Well, I'm almost there. Top 4. And I know, like, I know all of them are right on my tail. Except maybe one of them. They're all going to be freaking throwing up at this gas station. I mean, not literally. Really? Really? You gotta be that guy? You gotta be that guy? I love how it has quick edit now, so I don't even have to bother doing the full edit. It gives me a lot of time. Thank you. Come on, move! Thank you. Don't you just love complications sometimes? I was just here killing both these dudes. Well, one of them anyway. I'm back at Lone Wolf Lair? I started the game here. I swear to God, if there's frickin' people here, that's gonna be annoying as frick. I mean, there's only 3 people. Okay, that was a henchman. Okay, there's 2 people left. See, this is the point where it gets scary. Because you don't know if the frickin' people are in this place has kneecapper! Boom! Right there. Now Negan has a bat besides his pickaxe, Lucille. I don't care. I'm gonna pretend that this is Lucille. I say that's pretty fair. So I just have 2 Lucilles. Negan can have 2 Lucilles. Why can't I? We got a medallion player, like, right there. Like, right the frick there. Oh, frick. I feel like I'm gonna die. I can do this. I can do this. That stupid guy just took my car! Stop playing the ominous music! Why is it playing ominous music? Yeah, that guy definitely has my car. Come on. I know you wanna. If that car's right there, and I'm seeing stuff right there, I need to go. Now. Oh my Jesus. Yes! Let's frickin' go! Okay. Stop playing the music! I know he is very close. Where is he? The car's right there, so where is he? Frick is he? That him? Frick! Second place. And I almost had him. First game might have sucked. Second game, I got second place. So playing with Negan, pretty good luck, but I could have had frickin' better. Okay. So, for everyone who joined the stream, for everyone who missed it, etc., etc., Metal Sonic's the winner. I showed the pic. I'm going to be posting it on the Discord, YouTube, and Patreon. And then the next poll, which you guys are really going to like, with Wolverine leading it. Then I'm going to be playing on Discord, because once again, gaming until the Frieza story is fully uploaded. And then that's the next two stories. So I'll see you guys then, after the stream here. And then tomorrow, and so on. So for anyone who missed or didn't get an opportunity or wants to in the future, recommend Minecraft crossovers, movie suggestions, character fights, team ups, and along with that, like MonsterVerse Godzilla and Kong, or anything resembling that stuff, especially like Omni-Man stuff. Feel free to in the comments section or anywhere on the Discord, Patreon, YouTube, etc., etc. With all that said, I think I got all that cut out of the way. Remember, Doctor Doom What Ifs are kind of going to be closed by the time 2027 approaches, which slowly but surely, that time's a-coming. And with all that said, I think I pretty much touched upon everything. And I will be obviously gaming different games more and more here. See if I can play with you guys here on the streams and everything, especially if they're just offline, more or less Discord, not on YouTube streams. And get to play with you guys more, you know, more subscriber-wise and all that stuff. With all that said, I pretty much think I touched upon everything. So I will see you guys in a minute here and later on and so on. So I'll see you guys later.